So I just realized that I've been talking for the past 20 minutes. Seems like that anyway. And I just now hit record. Awesome. So let me do my whole first video spiel again. Wow. Okay, so I'm laying down some personal rules right now for my channel. This is my second video. I'm going to talk about mental illness in this video. To kind of address it and in just my take in it, just somebody who deals with it all the time, and we'll get to that in a second. But man, I just spent the last 10-15 minutes talking about my last video and how I wanted to do things in this channel, and I didn't hit record. That's awesome. Okay, anyways, so this I'm going to count as my kind of first-ish video. The one before this was more of like dive into the pool, take this shot now, otherwise you're never going to do it kind of thing. Just, you know, make that first move. And so that's what that was. What I really... Oh, first of all, and I'm about to miss it again. Jesus, I'm glad I wrote it down this time. I'm gonna try to, I gotta stop looking at the camera. I gotta stop looking at the thing. Okay, I gotta block that out. I'm gonna try not to have too many scripts. I'm gonna have guidance, you know, little notes here, what I would like to make sure I mention. Because, you know, in my rush afterwards, in that adrenaline rush of that first video, I realized how much I forgot, and I didn't have a notepad then either, so I need to keep one on my person at all times now if I'm going to really commit to this. So first of all, my name is Fabian. I'm a father of 5, beautiful wife here in Texas. I have 3 biological children, 2 adopted daughters. I'm 33 years old, so it kind of puts me right in the smack of the elder millennials and the younger Gen X's. But throughout my life, I have met, been raised by, been surrounded by, been influenced by all sorts of different people, generations, walks of life, ideology, different things that I've done throughout my life that, while not all focused in one area, it kind of gives me great exposure to a lot of different things. One of the reasons why I wanted to start this channel is because of those people. Because throughout my life, I have heard so many great and wonderful stories. I've met so many people that have amazing things, or amazing things that they've accomplished, that, you know, just need to be kind of, you know, told and talked about in a more casual and more open way. We've lost a lot of that just upfront casual conversation, you know, between 4 years of controversy and fighting across, you know, families and politics and all that. The past couple of years of the virus and just being isolated from everybody. You know, I miss having those just one-on-one conversations, just learning about a person's history, where they come from, why they think the way they do, why they make the decisions that they make. You know, just trying to understand a little bit more. Because I've always felt like a spectator, you know? You know, along the sides of the crowd, you know, along the sides of the parade, not necessarily in it. Thanks to my nice little cocktail of mental disorders, I analyze and pick apart and observe and watch and think and ponder and wonder and blah blah blah. And that's something that I'm passionate about. And over these past few years, I've seen all sorts of people take their passions and I'm repeating my first video, whatever. Because I realized, like, religiously, one of the, like, 5 of the channels that I watch almost on a daily basis, all they are guys reading other people's stuff off of Reddit. Like, holy crap, that's a channel. And okay, and stop repeating my video from last night. So on one side, I want to do that. I want to reconnect with people. I want to have just casual conversations, learning about life histories, learning about just whomever wants to get in front of the camera and talk. Maybe work my way up. Who knows? We'll see where we're at in a year from now. If I'm still even doing this, who knows? Maybe those just go away. The other one is to help me deal with my own things. And that's, again, topic of the first video. This isn't, a woe is me kind of mental illness thing. This is just kind of what it's like in more of, I guess, raw descriptive way. Kind of a way to talk about it without being a downer. Because it is pretty cool, kind of, sometimes. You kind of get some weird things going when you... Why did I move that again? I mean, we're sick... Okay, and then this is how I figured out that I didn't press play. Because what I wanted to see here is that we're 6 minutes in. As you can tell, I'm scatterbrained. I am tripping over my words. I'm having a hard time staring at the camera. And a lot of it is just inherent in my being because of all these things. Mental illness is kind of hard to explain. It's abstract. It's intangible. It's like, hey, what color is air? I don't fucking know. With the physical injury, of course, you can see that, hey, guy's bone's sticking out of his leg. Yeah, I can clearly tell how that, is going to affect your life. I, can clearly, get a gauge on how that's going to feel. Not that way with mental. I mean, obviously not that way with mental. You hear that shit all the time. What am I saying? What am I saying anything different? What I want to, kind of do on both ends of this one, I guess, is kind of, put a little solidarity out there with the people who have these things, maybe give them a better way to explain it, and just kind of give everybody else, kind of idea of what we go through. And it's gonna be a long video, and I don't know video editing. I don't, if you make it all the way to the end of the video, fucking awesome, thank you. Because it's 7 minutes and I haven't even started talking about depression yet. Okay, so yeah, let's start off. Okay, so I have been diagnosed with 5 different things. Depression, generally, I have to look at it right. Depression, general anxiety, social anxiety, bipolarism, and ADHD. I only have them written down, so I make sure to talk about them individually, because between the anxieties and the ADHD, my memory is shot almost all times. So let's kind of pick them apart one by one, shall we? So depression. Depression's, the most common one. Depression, ADHD, anxiety, they're all pretty common. At least they're all said to be common. What's the difference between sad and actual depression? The feeling that you get, I guess, is a little different. They're sad and you can feel... Shit, what am I saying? Yeah, see, I'm going to have to edit these things, aren't I? Because I'm going to get stuck on them. I'm going to lose my train of thought. I'm going to lose my point. And there you go. This is exactly what it looks like in motion. It's just this constant circle of overthinking and tripping over your thoughts and looking over and over and over and wondering if you're saying the right thing. And as I'm talking, as I want to talk about depression, as I want to talk about how oppressing it feels and how, it's called depression for a reason. You truly feel depressed. Anxiety, ADHD, they're all popping up and telling me that I'm messing up. Even anxiety is making me look at the paper over and over and over again and making sure that I don't see it, that I'm not missing anything. And it's crazy. So depression. Depression's more than just not wanting to get up. It's feeling physically incapable of getting up. It's feeling physically incapable of progress. It's like, okay, so it's Pokemon, right? 20 some odd years ago. Everyone remember that scene in Pokemon the first movie where Ash runs and runs after the Pikachu ball. I'm not talking, no, it's Pikachu. The Pikachu ball that Mewtwo catches him. He finally catches it, he goes down that tunnel. And he makes it all the way out. And he has that Pokeball. And he's just trying to struggle. And then you have like 40, 50 those robotic arms on him. Just trying to pull him back. And pull him back. And pull him back. That's depression. And it doesn't matter what's in his hands. Could have been Pikachu. Could have been as something as simple as taking a shower, getting out of bed, eating, talking to people. Every single time you want to make those decisions, every single time you want to make progress, every single time you want to go to the gym, read a book, learn a new skill, send that email, ask for that promotion. You just feel these hands, these claws all over you. And now the music doesn't fit. But what's worse is when you feel that and you know in your heart that there's no reason for it at all. You can look at your life, and you can look at the world around you, you can look at your friends, you can look at the stuff you have, you can look at your family, you can look at all that. You can look at your job, you can look at the circumstances that you're in, and still just this drowning feeling that you're nothing. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to get through it. You're not going to amount to anything. It sucks. What do you do about that? What do you do about that? Well, a lot of self-reflection. A lot of actual talking. Maybe not even about your feelings or anything. Maybe not about what's going on in your head. Not immediately at first. Or find that one thing to cling on. To just at your lowest, you have that little trinket, that token. There are a lot of different techniques, a lot of different doctors, a lot of different ways to get around it, to deal with it, to help with it. A lot of it is endurance. I don't know how to explain how to get out of it. Well, I mean, we're going to be good. Depression's a horrible beast. Depression can keep you from living, from smiling, from just maintaining yourself. After all these, of course, consult a doctor. You lose the point of the video at several points. I swear I'll get better at this. I promise not to be a downer on this one. Depression's the downer, of course. I mean, you can't talk about depression and not be not be sad, right? And not and it's not all terrible. It's not, depression can be dealt with in a 1-2 punch. Meds and therapy. People, say what they want about medications and all that, but they're there for a reason. A broken leg doesn't heal itself. You gotta mend it, you gotta put a cast on it, you gotta put it right in the back spot, we're back in the right spot. And then therapy and counseling and, the physical stuff that you don't need any medications for. And don't listen to me. I'm just as crazy, Took my advice. This is just me getting thoughts out, like I said, to try to don't fucking know anymore. Because the other ones are because the other disorders have taken over so much lately that they kind of distract me from my own depression. It's kind of funny. Let's go to the anxieties. So, anxiety is more than just hyper worrying. I mean, anxiety is like kind of feeling that the atmosphere itself is watching you. Social anxiety, people who aren't even in the room, who aren't even in the country, continent, people that you haven't met yet, people that don't even exist. They're constantly on your mind. They're constantly just berating your thoughts. They're constantly doing something. Anxiety is just a freaking hamster wheel gone nuts. You load that hamster on caffeine and just kind of send it on its way, roll it down a hill, and just it's like it's like having the atmosphere itself watch you. Not like paranoia, like somebody's out to get you. But like you're constantly being judged, like you're being watched, like you're always on trial. That's why it's making it so hard to kind of finish some of these thoughts, is because constantly staring at this camera, even though it's just a camera. It's just, I know this will eventually be seen by people. I know that it's not going to stay, secret much longer, especially, holy shit, we've been talking for almost 20 minutes, my god. Wow, no one's going to watch all this, fuck. Jesus, anyways. So, wow. Okay. So anxiety is just worrying to the well, it's not just, I don't even remember what I'm saying. I'm just so blown away by the holy crap. I thought it was going to be hard to like talk for 10 minutes. I mean, but it's just rambling. It's just rambling what I'm doing. Because all of them are just firing off because I'm doing something way out of my comfort zone. I have depression telling me I shouldn't be doing this at all. I have general anxiety telling me that this is going to backfire on me professionally. This is going to I have social anxiety telling me that every single silence in this, every single grammatical error, every single misstep, my appearance, every single thing about me is going to be judged to the extreme by billions of people, even though this video is not even going to get like 10 views. They have ADHD pulling my concentration every fucking direction because I am just nervous and excited and just wondering how this all is going to go. And I have bipolarism, just wondering what the hell's going on and probably driving this whole thing because that's the erratic behavior one. And oh my god, I can't believe this has been 20 minutes already. And you know what? Fuck it. I've watched longer videos than this. I'm just gonna speak my fill. the biggest one, I guess, you see at work is the ADHD. I mean, I see my camera in front of me, but then I see movement down here, and then look at my paper over here, and I'm fidgeting with the thumbs. I mean, you can see in my appearance, you can see how ADHD affects me. You see, this was a pimple, but as soon as my ADHD brain found out about it, I just had to pick and pick and pick and pick, and it was just fucking gross. Whatever. Is that really gross? Because people like that Dr. Pimple. Whatever. My teeth have all these gaps in them because when I was a kid, I would fidget so much, I would stick my thumb in between each of my tooth because it felt funny and weird, and I like the sensory feeling about it. And that's a big thing with ADHD. ADHD is a fun one. It is kind of fun because you're kind of constantly head on the swivel thing, and it kind of is the one that kind of leads the others in just kind of mapping out the world around me. Because I'm constantly bouncing my mind around on different subjects, on different things, on different people. I have ADHD. They'll target somebody, and then my general anxiety will be like, oh, well, what they think. With the social anxiety will be like, oh, what they think about me. General anxiety will be like, oh, well, what are they doing there? What's going on? Why are they doing there? And then just from there, I'll just think, and a couple of minutes later, I'm like thinking about Poland or something. I don't freaking know. It makes things nearly impossible to focus on. If it wasn't for just pure noise pollution, I would also have, something else playing in the background so I could focus more on making this video. And then bipolarism. Bipolarism is a scary one. It's the one that I worry about the most. Major mood swings caused a huge breakdown episode last year. And it wasn't until last year that I found out that I had it. This entire time I thought it was just, depression and severe ADHD, but ADHD is so severe that it's why my ADHD is so severe, because it exacerbates it. But bipolarism causes, mood swings. It causes, what do they call them? When you go on some tangents, rants, episodes. Right, whatever. Erratic decision making. I bought a couple of dogs that I really wasn't prepared for. I think I bought my house while I was having an erratic episode. There's a lot of things that I've done erratically throughout my lifetime that just... And because of my bipolar, because of everything that I experienced, when the bipolarism finally revealed itself, separate from everything else, that's when I, really hit some rough times. Personally and professionally, it cost me my job at the time. It cost me a lot of friendships. It turned me into a pretty shitty person. Drove away people that I've known for years. It drove away people who, took us in like their family. I ruined and pissed away a great opportunity in real estate. And all of them together, it was hard to push myself to get the right treatment. But, it was a big but. This was the workaround that I found. Because the thing is that the shitty thing about all these disorders, in my opinion, is that they truly don't make you, they truly make you not want to take care of yourself, right? It's true. I mean, look at me. I fucking take care of myself now. No, look at me. Huge. But I have my 3 little kids who need and deserve a much better shake in life than I got. Because I wasn't diagnosed, I wasn't paid attention to, I wasn't given any of the tools that I needed to function normally until late in life. And for my children, I'm doing all this. I'm doing testing, I'm doing this, therapy, whatever. I'm going through all these different things, all these medications and all that, so I can figure out what's wrong with me. So that, they're not 30 years old looking back on their lives, looking at all these horrible memories that they have, all these embarrassing memories that they have, and, and think about what could have been different. That's my big thing. Before that, it was my niece. When depression was the biggest one. I didn't want my sister to have to explain to my niece who I was. Who I was. My niece is 11. Haven't had those darker times in about 6 years, but this video is nearly 30 minutes long. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, but this is my solidarity part. There's so many people out there, just like you, who just need somebody to talk to, who just need something good to happen once in a day. There are objective ways to go about this. Sure, asking for help seems like a nightmare. It seems like a struggle. Have someone force it on you then. If you can't do it yourself, have somebody take you. If you can't find motivation in yourself, find it for others. Find your own niece, find your own children, find your own reason to get better. Even if it's something, I want to make sure I'm here to see, the next Avengers movie. I want to meet my grandkids. I want to talk shit to my son while he's changing my grandson's diaper and commenting on all the mistakes that he made. I want to make it to 85 and try every drug on the market at that time. Find something fun, find something dumb, find some sort of vice, find something to give you a reason to improve. Hobbies, goals. Therapy, of course, is great. And it's just for the sake of having a third party to talk to. Someone with no stakes in the game. Someone you can tell everything to and just, etch a sketch at the end of it. Medication, it works. But not for everybody. Not for everybody. The reason why I take it is because I found myself incapable, absolutely incapable of finding a reason why I feel the way I feel. And so I just looked internal. And the meds have been working. Therapy has been working. And hopefully this will work too. And hopefully through the future and through connections, through all the connections that I hope to reestablish with people and all the stories that I learned from here on out and just all that, I hope to get better myself. Because my kids deserve better. They deserve to have an easier life than I did. You know, they don't need to be teenagers just bursting out in tears over nothing. They don't need to be... They don't need to hold something sharp in their hand and... Yeah, no, I'm fine, good. Even if it's something as simple as just getting out of the house, we're all trapped. We're all just going nuts. Get out and talk to somebody. Go out and just enjoy a cup of coffee with a friend. Spend $1 on some little cheap throwaway phone game that, you know, you can lose your mind in for a little while. Take up knitting. Go on a walk. Something. You're not alone. You're definitely not alone. And for all of you who don't have to deal with this shit, fucking be thankful. And just attempt to be patient with a stranger who might have it. You know, that's asking a lot these days. You know, being kind to strangers. That fucking social commentary videos coming out too. I mean, I might as well spend the entire day. I probably should get to work too. My day job. Business. Well, no, I don't want to talk about that. And this will never be a shill for what I do for business. Hopefully I'll never have to mention it. Yeah, I think just turn on the camera and talk and just kind of pull up whatever, or just if I see something today that I want to talk about later, I'll make another video. Until then, thank you for... I mean, I doubt anybody watched me talk for 30 effing minutes. No freaking way. But if one person out there did, thank you. I swear these things get better. The whole lot of 30 minutes of just nothing. Nothing being said or anything. Sounds about right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.